Hey y'all, it's Kelly Clarkson here to talk Wayfair. No matter your space, style, or budget, shop Wayfair.com to make your home way more you.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Your neighborhood just got cooler with Kroger Delivery's refrigerated trucks. Simply order groceries at the same great prices online as in-store, and we'll bring them to you fresh every time. And if that wasn't cool enough, you can now earn 4 times the fuel points after 4 with your digital coupon. Choose a next-day Kroger delivery time slot for 4 p.m. or later on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Must deliver by February 4th. Restrictions apply. See Kroger.com for details.
Headshot. Okay, Johnny, I'm ready now.
Okay, this is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host our show, Life After Happiness. Today, I have my co-host Barbara with me. Are you there, Barbara?
Yes, I am. Happy Friday, everybody.
And we have Dayle Schear with us as well, Psychic Dayle Schear. Are you there, Dale?
Yes, I am, Johnny.
Okay.
Dayle Schear. Hey, we've got Psychic Dayle Schear in the house, everybody. I hope you have your specific questions ready.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this sounds good.
It does sound good.
I like the sound of this.
I like the sound, and I like what we're doing.
Yes,
No.
me too. If I figure it out, it'll be good. I see Johnny's picture. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't even see mine.
No.
I do not know why, Johnny, but we can see you. I have my headshot up, but we can't see it. We'll work on that later. But the most important thing is that we've got the real Psychic Dayle Schear with us tonight for Psychic Night. And let's see what's in store. What kind of questions are we going to get tonight for Dale?
Yeah, and I think what's interesting is that I think it would be good to explain, like, you never really, I don't think you've explained to me, Dale, like, how your visions come to you. Have you ever explained that?
Are you talking to me, Johnny?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was going to tell you a different story, but that's okay. How my visions, they don't come to me visually most of the time. They come in feelings. It's like you're talking, and all of a sudden, you're not talking. I mean, someone else is talking, but it's you. It's your mouth. You're saying what you need to say, and it just comes flying out of your mouth. So that's how the visions come. Once in a while, I'll see the visions, but most of the time, I feel it or know it. Does that make sense to you?
Feel it or know it?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that, Barbara?
I'd like to know when you feel it, what is that? Is it just, it's a knowing, but is it a vision?
No, it's a knowing.
Yeah, I get it.
It's all of a sudden, like if your daughter was with a guy you didn't like, all of a sudden you felt that was important to talk to her about it, and you felt it. So it's a feeling.
You just cannot deny the feeling. You just know it is true. You just have that knowing. That's awesome. What a great gift you have.
Thank you. I'm about to work on a case right now. They just called me from Hawaii, and there were a boy and a girl went to the beach late at night, and they locked the car, they locked everything, and they never came home, and his body was found dead, but there were 40-foot waves, so I'm about to work on that tomorrow. So, I mean, it's stuff like that I work on for Hawaii. They know that I do a very good job at it, and I help them the best I can.
That is so awesome that you're working on a new case. Have they not found the female?
Not yet.
And that's what, are you going to help them to see what happened or all of the above, find her and see what happened? Oh, wow. Do you have any feelings yet, just knowing about it, or do you need to go down there?
I kind of have a feeling of a local heavy boy, a local guy, wanting something from her and kind of dragging her off or doing something, and he fights back, and then he's killed, and she's, could be in a different place. That's one theory I'm thinking. The other is there's 40-foot waves, which I have been accustomed to in Hawaii, and it's a possibility that maybe the sea took him, so I'm not sure yet. We'll see.
And also the autopsy on him will divulge a lot of what happened. But are you feeling that she's alive?
It's a possibility.
Oh, gosh, let's pray that she is. They may have just taken her.
Usually, when I feel someone is alive, they are. I mean, I haven't missed yet. But if I feel they're dead, I will tell the people immediately. Unfortunately, I have to find the nice way of saying it. But, if someone has passed away, I let them know.
Well, that's better than not knowing anything. That's better because that would, as a parent, I would just never, ever find peace not knowing if my child is suffering at this very moment. So thank you for what you do. I'm so glad that they got you on this case.
I don't call it what I do. I call it what God does.
Exactly.
And gives me the information to pass on to the person.
You're a vessel.
What it is I'm a human telephone, Johnny. That's the best way to put it. I'm a human telephone.
That's a good way to put it.
I just revert to what's going on and tell them. And I've worked on every major case in Hawaii, and there's two I've worked on that they're just now bringing up again 40 years later. It's crazy. But, I work on those cases, and a lot of times the FBI kind of pushes me off of it and says, no, we know, you know everything we know, so back off,
Back off or give us something we don't know.
No, back off.
And also, back off. But I like knowing that one of my best friends, Dayle Schear, has a direct line to the universe.
I try.
I like that. That's a good one.
I really try, but if someone asks me, and I only talk to the family, I don't talk to friends of the family because the family has to know, not the friends.
And the police.
Well, I deal with the police on occasion. I've dealt with naval intelligence, and they have flown me to Kauai and had me check things out. I had to walk miles just to track things. It's crazy, some of the cases I've worked on.
But that's a good way to get a little visit into your former hometown of Hawaii.
Yeah. There was one that stands out a lot. Diane Suzuki case that we took, actually hard copy years ago, took it to national TV. The police looked for hours on the floor of a dance studio to try to find something of the girls. They could find nothing. I had a cop that was a good friend of mine, and I went up there, and in 2 minutes I found her necklace. And, yeah, and they accused me of putting it there.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
and all you're there to do is help, and then you get that?
Well, I can understand why. I had access to her house, to go into her house and stuff. They thought I might have taken it and put it there, but I didn't. And so I said, hey, give me a lie detector test. And they did.
Oh.
So I took a lie detector test, and I came up smelling like roses, on the lie detector test. And I was able to tell them, no one believed me, but I said, she never left the dance studio alive. She was murdered. And they didn't believe me, except 5 years later, they got some DNA and they found blood. And they were able to prove that she never left that building alive.
Oh, wow. Well, they have to have more faith. If they're going to hire you, they need to really believe.
I don't charge the police. They
That's
don't
nice.
have.
That's very nice, though.
I don't charge. Usually, if I do charge at all, it's just my fee. But I don't, which is very little. I don't charge the people at all for stuff like that because I believe it's a gift, and you don't charge for a gift.
Except for travel expenses.
Well, if I have to do, yeah.
Yes. Wow, that's really interesting. So when you went into that dance studio, though, looking around, and they've already totally went over the place with a fine-tooth comb, as they thought, where did you find this little necklace on the floor? The back of it?
I was on the floor. Yeah, I was on the floor just looking in general, and within a matter of minutes, it came flying at me. And I knew that was sent from her. I knew that it was God-given, and I knew that necklace, I mean, the chain, not the chain, but the pendant was sent to me. So I give it to the police officer I was working with. And at first he said, "You're not supposed to take this as evidence." I said, "I can't help it. It flew in my hand." So, I gave it to them, and, they went searching more and more. What the thing was, it was a photographer that was taking pictures of her, and she was going up to Turtle Bay that day for a party, and she never made it. And so everybody kind of knew that it could have been the photographer, alleged. And I wasn't scared or nothing. I went and approached the photographer and talked to him and told him, "Oh, I needed some pictures, da-da-da, da-da-da." And he believed me. And I talked to him, and I got to touch him to feel if he did anything. And what it was is that his sister was covering up for him. And I believe the body was buried somewhere. To this day, they've never found it.
Oh, wow. So it seems like they would have been able to solve it if they knew where she was killed, but they don't know where the body is. So, well, you did your best. You did a very good job.
Yeah, the thing, he was in jail or in a mental institution, something like that. He was kind of not all there. So, he's been there for years.
Pseudo, California.
Okay, we have a caller.
310-529-2325.
You there? You there? Hello?
I'm here, yeah.
Everybody else, you there?
Off. I'm here.
Let me see. Is everybody else here?
Sean, turn the sound off.
Okay, let me see here. I think we got... Okay, I'm gonna give me 1 second here.
That was them.
Okay.
What's up, Ralph?
Okay, I'm sorry. It's everybody else got disconnected. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, everybody. You there, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. This is Linda. Dale, you there?
No, you just cut Dale off.
No, Dale's here. She's on screen.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Dale, you there?
Caller, please stand by. We're getting your psychic back.
Okay.
I'm telling you. Okay,
Okay,
here she
are you
is,
there, Dale?
Dale, and your camera's on, too.
I don't want it to be on.
Okay, on the
Okay.
bottom of your screen, just
Yeah.
push the video icon, and then it will stop the
I
video
don't
for
have
you.
a video icon.
The bottom of this screen, there's 3
There's
things.
chat, call, phone, and contacts.
No, it's going to have an icon, a round circle with the microphone icon, the camera icon, and a hang up icon. If you just
Did I
hit the camera icon in the middle, and it will turn off.
Hit the camera. Okay, I don't have one.
Johnny, can you mute? Can you take her off? Or just turn your camera to the ceiling.
That'd be
If you don't
nice.
want to be seen, just turn your camera so it can view the wall or the ceiling, anything but you. So if you don't want to be seen,
Okay.
yeah, there you go. There you go. Your
All right,
bookshelf.
Dale, this is Linda. Linda, this is Dale.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Dale. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good.
How can I help you, sweetheart?
Tell me what's going on. This has been pea soup, a month of pea soup, too much activity in a negative direction.
Okay. The way I work is not that. We're dealing with one question. So, where are you calling from?
Los Angeles.
Oh, my. Okay. Yeah, you've been through hell and back and with the fires.
Yeah.
Where do you live? What area?
My daughter lost her home in Pacific Palisades.
My goodness. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
And I used to, through my ex, I used to be in the Palisades myself for 15 years, so I know what that's like. It's just a very horrible roller coaster feeling.
well, I do know because as a child, I lost a home too. So I know the feeling when I was about 12. So I know the feeling.
Yeah.
It's going to be a mess. Money will be given, but not because the insurance companies refuse to pay for anything. Something's got to be done. I mean, you pay 40 years of insurance or 20 years of insurance, and then they don't want to pay for your home. Something's not right there. That means some CEO is taking the money. I mean, it's sad.
Yeah.
But money is going to be given somehow, some way for the homes. Just like we went through this in Maui. The homes still...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it reminds me so much of Maui that it's ridiculous because Maui burned down and people burned in the fires. So it's pretty rough. But it's not going to be an easy situation, but people with money will come forth and try to help. What I don't approve of or like is one thing, is that when they do come to give you the money, the president's going in there tomorrow, but when they do come to give you the money, they're going to only give it to Pacific Palisades. They're not going to give it to the poor people that need it the most and the homes that need to be built. That's what upsets me. But at the same token, it's going to be better than it was, a little bit better. But it's going to take years to build. And people were smart. If they were smart, they would get a trailer or somehow find a way to buy a trailer and put it up right next to their lot and do whatever they can to live in the trailer for however long it takes and try to build or do what they need to do. That's my feeling.
Will they get to build it in the same fashion as was before, or are the powers that be going to just revamp all the zoning and turn it into some other kind of city?
No, they won't turn it into some other... They didn't do that with Maui. They were threatened, but they didn't do that with Maui. No, they won't turn it into a different city. But what they're going to do is you have to look at homes not being so close to the ocean. And they're going to really look at that may not happen. Yeah. It might have to be further back or do further somewhere else. They have new ordinances now, the way a home should be built, and those will apply. Actually, the way it wouldn't have burned or burned that much would be if it was made of cement. You know, like they do back east, they make a lot of the houses of cement. So a lot of times it doesn't, catch on fire. But, it's a mess, and it's just going to pray and take time, and that's the way it's going to be. I mean, I got to see what it is. Were you asking about your personal life?
I'm sorry, say it again. What?
Were you asking about your personal life?
Yes, let's do that too.
Okay, well, give me a question on that real quick. Just one question.
Business, is it looking up, doing better this in 2025?
Okay, what type of business, sweetie?
I'm an online coach, business coach.
Such as? How does that work?
I help online businesses restructure their business to where they're earning more streams of revenue, plugging up the holes where they're losing money, just really running a very tight ship. So they're spending less time at work, but being more productive and more prosperous.
I understand that. What area do you live in California?
I live in Burbank.
Oh, I'm very familiar with that place. That's where my parents are buried, at Forest Lawn. Okay. The problem you're going to have is you're going to have to change some of the way you do things because there's a lot of places that have burned down or they don't want to hear about what to do or how to make their business better. So you're going to have to find a way to how to make their business better. And once you do that, then you'll be fine.
Okay. I mean, compared to last year, I have completely changed my ways. The way that I was doing business last year wasn't really productive for me. So I've revamped all of it, spent several months and had a team of advisors. And I'm very hopeful that 2025 will be fruitful. So, well,
it would be if we didn't have the fire.
Yeah, I know.
So let's say it'll be better. It'll be okay. It's just you might have to put more work into it and work more hours.
Gotcha.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dayle. Bye now.
Thank you.
And Barbara, can you give out my phone number and stuff? Is Barbara there?
She's here.
Where is she?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dayle. I accidentally had it on mute because I don't even want to interrupt your reading at all, even with my breathing. Hey, everybody, get a pencil out right now and take down Psychic Dayle Schear's direct number. It is 808-372-1816. That's 808-372-1816. And her direct line will be open all week for you to book your private session, which is so nice, isn't it? To have some privacy when you're talking about private things with our psychic, Dayle Schear. Yes, but I did like that reading. And you know what else I love about you, Dayle, is that you always know what's going on in the world. So,
That's right.
yeah. Not only is it psychic reading, but it's also you know what's going on. You know what's going on in California, where I live too. And I'm so sorry that caller's daughter lost her home. I have a very good best friend that lost her home too. And I know you've lost your home, Dayle.
More than one friend. You've had more than one friend that has, remember?
Yes. More than one, many. But this is a very good friend where I personally spent time at their home. So if I'm sad and I'm crying, can you imagine how she feels? But I've lost homes too, but they weren't burnt to the ground. Not everything inside of the home.
Okay, let me. I was 12 years old. We not only lost a home, but it changed my life. It was in New Jersey, and it was an apartment. And we went to my cousin's that day, and I wasn't going to go because my dad, they wouldn't let me take my dog or my pillow. And I said, if I don't take my dog or my pillow, I'm not going. So finally, they gave in and let me do that, and I left. When we came back at about 12 o'clock at night, we saw locks on the door, and we didn't know what happened. And then we found out that it burned the whole apartment building, and it also burned our business. That's what changed my life, because my mom and dad had a business, a luncheonette, and where they used to make food for people, and that was gone. So we had nothing. So we had to move to West New York, New Jersey. And, my whole life changed at that point. So if your life does change, it changed for the better, but it did change. And I think Lakewood, where I lived, was my favorite place in the world. And to have to go there one day and the next day it's gone is very, very painful.
I can imagine. But I want to say something else that I was thinking about just that. This is really going to test relationships because there's a lot of married couples out there who have lost their homes. And I was thinking, if anything can stress out a relationship, it is losing everything you own together. So we'll see. If you could survive that in a marriage, I think that you have a strong marriage.
No, that wasn't a marriage. I was 12 years old.
Not you. I'm just saying in general. I'm saying in general, if these couples who are losing their homes can stick together and stay together throughout all of the years through this horrible incident, then I think that is a good marriage.
That's true. But at the same token, the way I looked at it was I had my dog, the most important thing in the world to me. I had my pillow, the most important thing in the world. Of course, I was only 12 years old. The weird thing that happened is that the fire department thought I died. They thought the dog and I died, and I was left home alone.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, they went and told everybody at school that I died. No. They went and told everybody at school that I died, and eventually I walked into the room, and I got all this applause. I'm going, well, what is this for? My feeling was because I had the most important things in my life to me, it was okay. I mean, it's only things. It wasn't important. But someone else may look at it differently.
No, I wouldn't. I'd look at it like you. I know it's just things, but also because I already have all of my photos downloaded in the cloud. There's no reason to lose all your photos anymore, people. Come on, start scanning those things up. The only thing you should be sorry about losing is maybe your diamonds. You can even get a new passport. Everybody's running back for their passport.
I want to say something else about the dog. I went to go see. Well, I won't say that story, but what I'm trying to say is that when people talk about their dog, they get emotional, and they can remain pretty stone faced. Then as soon as you mention their dog, they get they lose it.
Well, it's their baby. That's their child.
That's our children.
And I can't even believe that you even had to have that discussion with them, Dayle, about, I'm not leaving without my dog. Yeah, the blanket, I get that. But the dog, no. nowadays people are all about rescuing the animals just as they are about the people. The animals are very important as well, I see on the news. But back then, it didn't seem that way. They were just ready to leave the dog.
No, I kind of think that it was a psychic thing, that I was going to take my dog with me no matter what. And if they wouldn't let me, I wouldn't go. It was that important to me to take my dog with me.
And was that dog's name, was that Bridget?
No.
Oh, I thought I remembered your dog's name.
Mm-mm. No, it was
What was the name?
Sandy.
Okay. I go by Sandy sometimes.
Cute. No, but that was the love of my life. And thank God my aunt had a 5-bedroom apartment in West New York overlooking New York City. So it was a beautiful place to live. And I could stay there, and every day of my life, I would look out the window and see it all over New York, all lit up. So I loved it.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah,
what a nice aunt. Was that your mom's sister?
My dad's sister, yeah. So
she took you guys all in.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Some people don't have anybody doing that for them, and they're living in tents in a parking lot right now. And the day before, they were living in maybe a 3-story, 5-bedroom home.
Yeah, like I said, what they're not thinking of is somehow, some way to find someone to get you a trailer so that you can, stay by your house, watch everything, watch what's going on, and, live in the trailer.
But can you, okay, Dayle, can you imagine living in that trailer while they do all that construction to rebuild not just your home, but the neighbors and the other neighbors and all the neighbors? You're going to be sitting there for like 2 or 3 years with jackhammers and hammers and saws, and that's no way to live. I don't think a lot of people are going to go back to rebuilding, and so many, including my friend, their insurance was taken away last July. So Dayle, tell me, how without insurance, how do you go on then? That's what I really want to know.
That I don't know, because they quit paying for it. So the only thing you do is sue them or try to sue them.
Along with the 7 other 100 families. There's over 700 homes. There's like thousands of structures. So none of that is going to matter. Just a piece of paper,
I don't have
wanting to sue.
I don't have the answer to that. I just don't. But
say that you don't know the answer about any of that. Say you don't know the answer. I would like to know this. If there's no answer and there's no way out of your dilemma, what would you, besides getting the trailer and setting it next to your house, say that is off the table. You don't want to do that because you're looking down the road of hell. Okay, what would you do? Would you just travel the world? You have no baggage. You don't have stuff. You don't have the ball and chain, which my stuff drives me crazy sometimes. It suffocates me. What if you don't have any stuff? You're so free. You could do anything you want. What would you do then?
You got to look at it this way. I think Pacific Palisades, most of those people have lots of money, and they probably have money packed away or saved away or put in the stock market. They can pull some of that money and they can travel to different places. They can live somewhere else. They can do something else. So it's up to them. But I
agree.
I believe
just go. Here's your chance to just go and do that thing that you've always wanted to do. But your ball and chain, your home, your everything is just holding you there. The school district, the job, everything. Maybe your job that you're working, maybe that building burnt down. Turn that bad into a good and just go. Live a dream. Live a dream that you haven't been able to. Maybe this is the chance to do that.
Maybe that's meant to be. It hurts like hell to lose your pictures, your jewelry, and all that other stuff that was given to you or was important to you. But, it's only things, except for the photographs. It's only things. It's not important. What is really important is that you're alive, that you can help others, that you can find a place to live. And I believe that quite a few of the people have already found a place to live, or, they can. And if they can, it'll be all right. Trust me, it'll be all right. Eventually, it'll just be all right.
It's not killing them to hurt. They're not going to die from hurting. They're not going to die from hurting. So they will move on. They will find a way.
They'll find a way. It's most people do have relatives or friends that will take them in and they'll find a way somehow, some way. But a lot of the people have a lot of money left. I mean, it's not in the house, but they know, I don't know if they're charging them rent. That's what I'm trying to find out. If, they're still going to charge them the mortgage. And
Yes, they are. I heard that they are.
Are they that crazy to do that?
I heard they are.
That's so wrong. Nobody has compassion anymore.
Hello? No. That is the law. My whole apartment got flooded in Beverly Hills because of the rain. They didn't close off the roof during construction, and it poured down. Our whole place was evacuated, and I still had to pay rent. But you know what I did? I did sue. I sued with a Katrina lawyer I found, and I got way more than I paid in that rent. It wasn't even. I still did make some money off of that tragedy by suing. So find yourself a good lawyer right away and get it in, and then go travel.
That sounds good. Seems like you've got some good answers.
I've been thinking about it. I've cried a lot of tears. Like Johnny said, I know a lot of people who've lost their homes, and then I put myself into their shoes, and then I well up. So, yes, I've thought about it.
Well, do you still speak to your friends now who've lost their homes?
Yes.
And what did they say?
They actually say this. They say, I don't know what I can say. I don't know what to say except for I've lost everything.
What did they say?
Everything. They can't say anything except for that. They don't know what to do. They've lost it all, and they are literally dumbfounded, sitting there, still in shock. Still, a couple of weeks later, they're in shock. It's not even a time to talk to them yet.
That makes sense that they're still in shock, and they will be in shock for many years. Because I had one house I kind of lost up in Tahoe, and the pain that you feel, it's unbelievable. I mean, it hurts. It just hurts like hell. And you wish you could have it back, and you wish you could sleep in your own bed, and you wish you can, do stuff like that. And, it's very painful. And imagine all the people in Maui. It seems like nobody cares about them anymore.
You know what my daughter was telling me, that she heard that was done on purpose to wipe out a whole You don't believe that?
I know it's not true. I live it that way. Let me tell you what happened there. And, let me get it straight. And I don't care what your daughter says, but let me get it straight. It was a 80-mile-an-hour hurricane that hit the islands. And when it hit the islands, there was a fire of some sort, and it blew they thought the fire was out, and it blew the fire right back up again, and it started wiping out everything. Now, there was a lot of things that should have been done that wasn't done. They should have sounded alarms. They should have let people know, but they didn't. So it wiped out the whole town, and I have friends who lost businesses there. And people got in their cars, and nobody told them what to do. They ran the wrong way. They went the wrong way, and they couldn't get out of their cars, and they died. So that's what happened.
That is so scary. The ones that just ran to the ocean and jumped in,
they
were very smart, but they even had a tumultuous time just treading water in the ocean, going out, and then they started to experience even hypothermia out there, one mother said, and the son was holding her, trying to keep her warm because she was in the water so long, staying away from the fire. You couldn't even go to shore because it was so burning. You could not get out of the water. You were saved in the water, but then you're getting hypothermia. This is hell, everybody.
I told you that, about them getting hypothermia.
It was just a newscast that was going on the field, and took a lady and a son aside. And
if they wanted to get in the water, they'd have to jump over 50 rocks. And then once they jump over the rocks, then they could get in the water, and they did. But to my knowledge, there wasn't hypothermia. They were in the water. They were saved by being in the water. There were boats that were saved. So,
okay, good.
So that was okay. But, that's pretty sad. They should have a way out to show you, even in LA, even in California, which I spent 8 years or 10 years of my life. You have to show someone how to get out, not to stay there and save your house. You have to get out. You have to show them a way out, because for all the roads that were clogged up, how do you do that? One stupid guy on the news said, everybody leave now. Well, everybody left, and it caused it to be really bad, really bad. So, what can I say? There's a lot of things that'll be brought to light, and the president's going in there tomorrow, and of course that'll cause a big fuss because he doesn't want to give him any money. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I think he just wants to get the water flowing where it's supposed to flow. It's ridiculous that we had so much water available, but everything was empty because the valve was, all the water was just sent straight to the ocean because they were so worried about this fish that now that they have found out that the fish
wasn't
really existing anyway.
It was a lie. It had nothing to do with the fish. I know. I read the articles. I read all that was there. It had nothing to do with the fish. I don't know.
Was it a mouse?
I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know. But it had nothing to do with the fish. He didn't turn down the money because of fish. There was stipulations with the money that you got to take this and I'll do this. You got to take this and I'll do that. And if you don't take it, you don't get it. And he, I guess, he didn't want to go for it. I mean, he's not the greatest mayor of all time or governor, but he did what he needed to do at the time. And whatever. But that was a lie. They even proved that to be a lie about fish. So.
Okay. And there was a mouse. But
it wasn't a mouse.
I think we're more important than that. But you say that wasn't the issue.
No.
Okay.
What else do you want to talk about?
Well, this next part, I'm almost afraid to bring this part up. What's so funny is when I have talked to Dayle before, Dayle has often said to me, she goes, "Oh, you could talk about anything, Bonnie. Ask me about anything." And you know what I always bring up, right? When last time you said that, right, Dayle?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Okay. As soon as I said the word Lizzie Borden, she goes, "Okay, I don't want to talk about that."
That is one thing I don't want to talk about, okay? I did the Lizzie Borden case on TV. I sat in her front doorstep. I had nothing but bad vibes for a year. I will never, ever do that again. That's simple.
I don't even know who you guys are talking about. Should
Lizzie
I know
Borden.
this person?
Yeah.
I think she was a murderer or something.
Lizzie Borden had an axe and gave her mother and father 40 whacks. Okay? And it's been a case for years and years and years and years. That's all. And I was hired to go on one of the talk shows and do the Lizzie Borden case. He always asked me that. But can I tell you something really funny to break up some of this right now?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
I was watching recipes on television. I do that a lot. And they had sweet potato soup. And they were showing how to make it. And I go, God, that looks easy. So I wanted to make it. So I had my husband go out with me, went to Walmart, got some sweet potatoes, got a few things that we needed. And I showed him on TV what, he should put in there, celery, onion, the whole bit. And there's a mixer that you get, you mix it up, and coconut milk. And it was, that's why he did it. So we did it, and this mixer made it real thick. And what happened was, it was really funny. He puts the shells of the sweet potatoes down the drain, which you're not supposed to do. So then he breaks the disposal. So we didn't oh my God, that's $250. What are we going to do? But anyway, we get the sweet potatoes, we get it all done, and he serves it to me. I take 2 bites of it, and I said, I don't want it. And he says, "Watch, it's too thick. It's too thick. I can't eat it." So he goes, "Oh, you got to make it thinner. You pour a little bit more coconut milk or half and half in there and make it thinner." And anyway, it was just the wildest thing. It was it kept going on and on and on and on. And I have this soup. I have a pot of soup that I don't know what I'm going to do with.
Oh, my goodness. Do you have some neighbors?
I have them, but it's not a favorite soup of the world. I mean, it's just something different. So I don't know. It's just, it's weird. It's just that if you hear him tell the story, you'd laugh your way sick. I'm just giving you the highlights of what happened to my sweet potato soup.
Well, I like that it's not made with cream. It sounds that it's made with coconut milk instead, which that would totally be up my alley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really good.
You've got to
And
have a neighbor man that doesn't have a wife that would just love a homemade meal.
yeah, well, I do have a chiropractor, and he said he might come over tomorrow and I'll get him some soup. But I'll have a
Yeah.
little more. I'll put some milk in it. But then Blythe had to go under the sink and unplug the disposal and get all the stuff out of it. And thank God he was able to do that. Otherwise, we would have been up the creek because, it would have been broke.
Yes, that's what I like about sometimes apartment living. If my garbage disposal, if that happens, they just fix it.
Well, they do, but we fix everything for the owner, so she doesn't raise her rent, and it works out real well that way.
That's true, because I had so many things that they were fixing. They said, you're going to have to start paying for these repairs.
Yeah, well, that's not your fault. It's like, okay, so where are we now?
Well, if we don't have somebody who needs a psychic reading, then we are close to closing the show. So everybody, hey, Johnny, did you even shout out our number to call in the show?
Let's see here. The number to call in on the show is 850-502-4641. And that's when we were on the that's for when you want to call in. Okay?
Which is right now. We have 5 more minutes. We have time for one more phone call from somebody who wants to talk to our Psychic Dayle Schear for some advice that could change their life. Okay, time's clicking away. Call the number Johnny just told you to call. Will you repeat the number? I'll give it one more minute for one more call. Otherwise, I'm doing the shout out.
Okay, 850-502-4641.
All right, can they hear that to call in?
I mean, they what I've been doing. I mean, I don't know if they heard. I do know that I have posted, like on some places where the number was on it. So if they saw it, they would call.
Why couldn't they hear it? I can hear you. You can hear me. I can hear Dale. We can hear each other. Why would they not be able to hear it, Johnny?
Because it's not live.
Okay, then we're not going to shout out the number then.
Okay.
Well,
Good.
No, you have to.
Well, how did the other person find us?
Right.
How did our caller find us today? The one who her daughter lost.
I talked to her. I called her. I told her to call. But the thing is that we're getting.
Don't shout out the number if it's
Okay. All right.
Neil. No, Barbara, that's not correct. He needs to shout out the number because when we do tape this, they will hear the number, and to let them know we're on every Friday at Pacific time, 5:00.
Yeah, call next time.
Yeah, because we've got to get people to call in. Otherwise, it's rough.
I get it, but I just don't want to shout out anything if the shouting out is ridiculous. Okay, so all right, everybody, thanks for listening. You can find Psychic Dayle Schear on Facebook, so you could book her that way. You could also go to DayleSchear.com, and you can book her through her website and find out a lot more about her. In fact, you might be the lucky one who does so and get your copy of one of her, 5 best-selling books that she's done, specifically signed to you by Psychic Dayle Schear. So try that avenue. Otherwise, do it the simple way and call 808-372-1816. I don't even give out my private number, but Dayle Schear does because she cares about you and she wants to help you, guide you, and it's so fun. I love your psychic. I don't want to say powers because when I say psychic gift or powers, or you're like, no, it's all God. It's all God. And I love that. That's wonderful. So everybody.
My question to you, Barbara, is this. Are you going to take the show? What are you going to do with it to let people know we're out there?
Oh, we are going to upload it to our new platform, which we are very proud of being on, called Spreaker. And Spreaker is magic. And Spreaker is going to send it out to all of their listeners. So we're excited to be on this new platform, reaching so many more people, helping people, and just reaching so many more people, because that's what we're all about at Life After Happiness. So thank you so much. I'm glad you're happy. I'm glad everybody's happy today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you on Wednesday at Life After Happiness. Good night for now.
Good night,
Our-
everyone.
Wait, our
Aloha.
psychic show is Friday, every Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And aloha, everyone.
Aloha, Dale. Aloha, Richard above.
Yes.
Aloha to all of our loved ones who have passed. And you're going to get through it. And we're here to help you.
All right.
Yes,
Good night, everybody.
if I can get through it, you can get through it. Anyway, hang in there. Okay?
Hang in there, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night.